even like the Ozempic thing. I'm like, yeah, I understand we have an obesity crisis. We should probably do more talking about what's in our food and how Americans are just chill with everything being poison, and less about how we can just take a pill to fix it, because now you're on meds for the rest of your life. You can't go off of it.
And it's so expensive.
Right
like
now it is.
Yeah, right now it is. Yeah.
I'm sure it'll go down, but it's still like you are now signing up to be on a medication for the rest of your life. And talk to the hairdressers about what Ozempic is doing.
To hair?
Yeah.
What's it doing?
All the hairdressers I know will tell you they know exactly which clients are on Ozempic because their hair is falling out.
Because they're malnourished, probably.
I'm like, this is not healthy. You can't cheat this.
Whoa.
Hairdressers always say this. They're like, I know when my client's lying about being on Ozempic because their hair starts falling out.
Well, no, you see it. So it's like your skin and your hair is the first thing. They're the biggest indicators of health. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if that starts falling out or gets dull or your nails start breaking, and it's all collagen.
And they get that like Ozempic
Which
face,
is why
they
the
call
pillow
it.
face is in right now, because everyone's on Ozempic. So then they're fixing their Ozempic face with pillow face. That's my theory.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So just fill up the gaunt.
This is all like we're just on the transhuman trajectory. You know, it's like we're just like headed towards just like give me a robotic arm and make me part droid, like cyborg or whatever. And I do think even when my husband and I talk about like I never use Siri or any of those. I'm very like, I hate all those technologies, and I just don't trust that bitch, Siri. And he uses them very readily, and he's like, give me all the technology. I'll do whatever. Just like make it convenient and easy, and turn off the lights with my voice and whatever, like have a smart house. And I'm like, oh, it all sounds so creepy to me. And the one thing I would like is where you have some kind of chip that calculates like how much actual stuff is in the stuff you're consuming. I'm like, I would probably be okay with that. I mean, there'd be bad uses of it, and I don't want anyone to have access to that information, which would probably be impossible. But I would like something where it's like, you're dehydrated, you need to drink X amount of ounces of water, and like that sandwich had, you know, here's the breakdown of what it, like, you just ate 7 grams of protein. Like,
see, but I feel like that creates more of the problem that we're seeing in everything else in our life right now, which is becoming so detached from like
yourself,
your own inner knowing. Like, you know when you're thirsty.
I know.
So there's this thing with Dave Asprey, which, like, love him or hate him, sometimes he just has some zingers. And he was talking about, well, how much water are you supposed to have in a day? And it's like 8 glasses, or it has to be a gallon.
Water growing up, by the way.
No. And he's like, no, you know how much water to drink, because when you're thirsty, you drink.
Right.
That's it.
But
When you're thirsty,
I
you
read
drink.
somewhere that when you're thirsty, you're already dehydrated.
Possibly.
So it's already too late. You're actually already behind.
Oh, then maybe Dave Asprey is wrong.
That's what I read somewhere. I mean, I have no idea where I read that, but I remember, I feel like I learned that actually in pregnancy. A doctor was like, don't wait until you're thirsty, because you have to drink so much water when you're pregnant, as you know. And it's weird though. The kids are very on board with like their Stanley cups, and they all walk around with.
They're all super hydrated.
They're all very hydrated. They're all into Sephora gift cards. All the young. I'm like, my 9-year-old niece was talking about, you know, and has old school parents, not online. It's just in the culture, and is like, I want a Sephora gift. I'm like, what do you need from Sephora? You have perfect skin. I still barely have a skincare routine, obviously.
Mine's toxic. It's not my skincare lady, because she owns like a tiny little boutique, and it's all like clean products, all that. She calls me a junkie because I go in and I just scoop, like, keep me young forever. What do I need?
Yeah, and we live in that time too, where it's like a youth culture that you're constantly chasing, you know, like youth forever. And there's that whole idea of like, oh, if you're under the age of 45, you'll live to be 120. I'm like, that doesn't sound great, honestly.
But what if you can do it? What if you can do it? And
if I can do it like this,
yes,
sweet.
Yeah, and maintain this level of
but
health.
I don't want to be like Brian Johnson.
Yeah, he
seems so creepy to me.
So creepy. He looked better before. I think
so too.
Yeah.
he's like, my age is like all of these, like the age of my brain is now 35. Like, how do you calculate
You
that?
don't.
It's so weird to me. But again, you have to like swap out your blood with like younger blood.
You have to get a blood boy. Yeah.
This is like fucking.
I don't make enough money to have a blood boy, so that's not even a possibility.
Would you have one though if
I'd like to do a transfusion.
Young forever?
I don't know. Maybe. Honestly, I've always kind of considered the idea of being a vampire.
I love how fucking out of control both of us are. There's like no consistency. We're like, we can be sluts, but also women, be careful about being sluts.
Just consciously make the choice. That's the thing. There's like this.
Conscious about making a choice to have a blood boy. I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah,
it's probably better for you than Ozempic.
It's right. Yes, probably.
Like Big Pharma or a blood boy? I'll take the blood boy. Like just unhinged.
I would, and I would feel better about it as long as he was tested and I knew the blood was clean. Sure.